Bitcoin broke down of this huge formation on a 1 hour time frame, which I've been talking about on my previous videos. But however, in this video I'm going to tell you exactly that Bitcoin is setting a huge trap right now and that you don't need to get trapped. There are a lot of interesting formations unfolding for Bitcoin, which I will discuss in this video, so stay tuned and watch the video all the way to the end. There is a lot of news coming in for the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETFs, and I will have a look at some other news articles. Later in the video I'll also have a look at the two altcoins Bittensor TAO and Chainlink. But about that later in the video, so please like this video above the 10 likes and it will be highly appreciated by me. And now let's dive right into the charts. So yesterday I spoke about this huge formation on a 1 hour time frame, and I said that Bitcoin could see a huge bullish scenario, that we're going to break above the resistance, but we could also see a little bit of a bearish scenario that we could break down below. And yeah, as we can see on the chart now, Bitcoin broke this upward sloping support line and we are seeing this bearish break happening, and now Bitcoin yeah, somehow retested this a little bit, but we didn't see a clear retest here. But however, we can see that Bitcoin broke down and now we are seeing a little bit of a downside formation happening. We are also seeing a lower high unfolding, and also we are seeing a lower low. So we are now shifting from a bullish uptrend into a bearish downtrend, as we can see here on the 1 hour time frame. So yeah, you could already trade this formation, and from this bullish retest you could have entered the market in a short for Bitcoin, and then now you can trade to lower side targets. And the lower side of this formation will be confluent with the breakdown target, and that will bring Bitcoin all the way back to the $93,000. So of course this is a small trade, but eventually when you are leverage trading, this could be a very significant trade to make. And if you want to trade together with me, just click the link in the description under this video to register for free on Bitunix, and you get a 10 USDT bonus. And these are the bonuses you will get when you will register on Bitunix, and if you deposit more money you will get more trading bonuses. So yeah, this is very interesting to do, so click the link in the description under this video and sign up on Bitunix. So Bitcoin is currently breaking down from this yeah, formation, and we could see a little bit more downside. And if we zoom out to the daily time frame, we could see that Bitcoin created a new higher high, which was very bullish. So we saw this huge bearish downtrend on the one daily time frame, and now we can see Bitcoin created this new higher high after this previous high. So this is exactly what we want to see, and this is a beautiful bullish reversal formation. So we're now reversing the trend, we're creating a higher high, and we could potentially see a higher low getting unfold. And of course this could be very bullish, and this yeah, could mean that Bitcoin is going to look for lower prices, then come higher and higher, and then we can possibly see a bullish continuation of the price action to the top side. So yeah, on the daily time frame it is looking very bullish, and we are now starting the big bullish uptrend for Bitcoin, and it looks like it's going to be the next phase of the bull run. And looking at the Bitcoin ETF flows of yesterday, we can see another very bullish day of inflows. We can see that BlackRock bought for $216.7 million. We can also see that the Fidelity, the ARK Invest Bitcoin ETF and the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF sold a little bit. So eventually we saw a total inflow of $172.8 million, and this is exactly what we want to see. And now we're coming closer again to the $40 billion of total cumulative inflow, and this is going to have a very, very big bullish effect on the price of Bitcoin, of course. And if Bitcoin comes above, if the total cumulative inflows come above the 40 billion again, I think we will also see levels of around the $100,000 for Bitcoin. So let's see if the Bitcoin ETFs can continue this bullish streak, because it will be highly, highly appreciated by a lot of investors, of course. And of course, having a look at the Ethereum ETF, we can also see another bullish day. We can see that the Fidelity Ethereum ETF bought for $25.5 million. Grayscale sold a little bit. So in total, we saw an $18.4 million of inflows into the Ethereum ETFs. And this was also having a little bit of a bullish effect on the price of Ethereum. So yeah, let's see if the rest of the week can be as bullish as well, just like we saw in the last days for the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETFs. And now let's zoom into the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin was ranging inside of this formation. We broke bullish, retested resistance as support, and then we saw a huge spike to the top side, and now Bitcoin is ranging again, and we are seeing these equal highs, which are indicating a huge resistance on the top side, and we can also see these higher low plays on the lower side, which indicates a higher low play. So the trend is still up, and let's see if this price squeeze eventually can see a huge breakout to the top side, and then we could potentially retest this formation as support, and then we can see a continuation of the bullish uptrend. So I'm always saying don't trade against the trend, because the trend is your friend until it ends, and currently we are inside of this huge bullish uptrend with higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, I expect a little bit of a price squeeze to the top side, and that we're eventually going to see a huge bust to the top side. So for now we are inside of this consolidation, and the price of Bitcoin is getting squeezed into an apex, and we will most likely see a huge breakout today or maybe tomorrow, because it will either break to the downside or either to the top side. So let me know in the comments, what do you think on this 4-hour time frame chart? Is Bitcoin going to see a break to the top side or a bearish break to the downside? And the reason why I'm very bullish on assets is that because 80% of all the US dollars in circulation were printed in the last 5 years. And yeah, as we can see here, this chart is going exponential. So this is the total amount of dollars yeah, in the world. So of course, when something is more printed, it becomes less valuable, and this is why the price of houses and also of course Bitcoin and other assets is going up only. And I think this will only go more up only in the coming years. And there's also a lot of other interesting news, and that was that the state of North Carolina is passed a Bitcoin bill through all committees, and this is the same as Arizona. So they are now very close to a Bitcoin strategic reserve, just like Arizona, and only the governor needs to put his signature down. And then Arizona and North Carolina can start to buy Bitcoin for its reserve. So this is very bullish, and I think a lot of other United States and America will follow very soon. But of course, the most important chart to look at is this daily chart formation for Bitcoin. We can see that Bitcoin broke above this huge resistance area, and now the support is holding very strong, as we can see here. Of course, on the higher side we can also see a lot of resistance, and on the lower side we can see the support, but we are consolidating very good here. So let's see if the price of Bitcoin can now see a continuation of the bullish momentum, because we retested previous resistance as support. So yeah, price squeeze to the top side would be very nice, and the top side of this formation is not being reached yet, and that is of course confluent with the breakout target of $106,000 or $108,000. So this is the most interesting chart to look at for me on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. And yeah, after this falling wedge, after breaking out of this falling wedge, we are now seeing a beautiful bullish continuation to the top side. So let's see if we can also reach this breakout target of $180,000. And the next altcoin I want to have a look at is Bittensor TAO. We can see that Bittensor TAO eventually broke out of this huge falling wedge formation. We saw a beautiful confirmation of the break, a retest of the resistance as support, and now yeah, we can trade it to the top side, just like I'm always saying. You have to wait for a retest of the resistance to test it as support. And yeah, you could have already made a 74% since buying at this bullish retest for Bitcoin. So yeah, this is an interesting trade. And let's see if we can see higher levels for Bittensor TAO, because the top side of the formation will be confluent with the breakout target, and that will bring Bittensor all the way back to the $640. And having a look at the daily time frame, we can see that we're breaking above huge important resistance right now, because in the past we can see a lot of price interactions around this level. And yeah, currently we are breaking above it if we zoom in, and now we can see we're breaking above it. So I think eventually we will see a retest of this resistance as support, just like we are creating right now. And now Bittensor TAO can aim for higher targets, and the next big resistance on the daily time frame will be around this block of resistance, and it will be around $484. So yeah, this is a very interesting momentum for Bittensor TAO. And just like in the past, we can see that if the momentum is to the top side, we are seeing a huge spike to the top side. And yeah, from these lows, we saw an increase of 222%. So of course, buying at this green box of accumulation was a very interesting place to buy more, just like I've been doing and just like I've been sharing with you on my socials. So yeah, congratulations if you bought together with me in this Bitcoin, in this Bittensor TAO dip, and we're now up significantly already. And Chainlink is the next altcoin I want to have a look at. We can see Chainlink also was in this huge falling channel formation with multiple touch points on the top side as resistance and on the lower side as support. We are breaking bullish out of this formation, and now we could potentially see a little bit of a retest to test this previous resistance as support. And if Chainlink is going to retest this resistance as support, I'm going to enter the market in the long for Chainlink, and then I'm going to aim for high targets. And then the top side of this formation will be confluent with a lot of resistance as well, but also that's the breakout target for this formation. So that will bring Chainlink all the way back to the $20. So from this potential bullish retest, you could have made a very interesting trade to around 59 or 58%. So especially when you are leverage trading, this is a very interesting trade. So yeah, this horizontal resistance is also confluent with a lot of resistance in the past, just like we can see here. So around this $20 target, I think we will see a little bit of a rejection, but then we want to see that Chainlink is going to see more strength, and eventually we want to push to higher targets. And zooming out to the weekly time frame, we can see that Chainlink is now still above this green box of accumulation. And just like I've been saying, I've been buying more Link at this green box of accumulation, because in the past we can see a lot of resistance which has now been turned into support, just like we can see here. And now we can potentially see a little bit more bullishness for Chainlink, because this horizontal support was holding very strong. We are seeing a beautiful separation of this level, but of course we want to see more highs for Chainlink, and that we are eventually coming to a new all-time high. And let me know in the comments, what is your price prediction for Chainlink in this bull cycle? Currently, I still think that the Chainlink can reach levels around $100. So again, please like the video if you think it was useful. Don't forget to register on Bitunix for free to get your 10 USDT bonus and deposit more money to get more trading bonuses. You can also follow me on my free Telegram group, where I post a lot of more insights about Bitcoin and other crypto. You can also follow me on Twitter, where I post a lot of crypto updates overall. So with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.